Hello and good day. So, today I ask you a question. If you can't manage what you have now, how can you expect to manage more? Today I'm talking about the bit of an idea that some people with a bit of a lazy attitude have, that it doesn't matter, that what they manage and them not managing it well doesn't really matter, because, whether that be themselves, whether that be what they have, a lot of people lack a motivation to figure out how to improve themselves one way or another. Or at least the main reason that a lot of people don't is they lack the motivation. And part of that is they think that they don't need to, and there's no real reason, because they don't have a lot to manage, so why would they need to learn to get good at managing whatever it is they're managing? But today I'm going to talk about the idea that how do you expect to manage more if you can't manage what you have now? If you already are not very good at managing yourself, then how are you going to be able to help other people? How are you going to be able to help your family? How are you going to be able to improve yourself in? And if you're talking about finances, which is what I mostly talk about on this channel, if you can't manage the income and finances you have now, how do you expect to be able to handle having more in the future? How do you expect to be, not only build up to more, how do you expect to be able to manage more? So the main thing that I'm talking about, if you have listened to this channel for a while, you understand that a lot I talk about is building your way up to financial freedom and financial generosity. With financial freedom, that means whatever base lifestyle need that you feel you are willing to accept has been covered by your passive income, whether that be investments or some kind of royalties from previous work done. But whatever passive income you have that covers all the minimum expenses you have for whatever choice of lifestyle you want to live. And that means you don't have to section off part of your time doing work that you don't want to do. Or nearly, that way you can only do the work that you want to do, and do what you want to do without having to be restrained off of needing to make a certain level of income to live a certain level of lifestyle. So, but that also tends to mean that that it requires you to be good at managing your money, which isn't rocket science. It's 6th grade math. You work to make income, you save, you give, and you enjoy. That way, you can not only enjoy your money, help your people, help your family. You also have enough to live yourself, and you are satisfied, and you can save for the future, and then you can also manage that to build up a financial freedom and eventual financial generosity. You tend to build up, you tend to grow and thrive. By being good with what you have now, you tend to expand it tends to grow. But if you don't nurture that seed and it dies, you starve it, you don't feed the animal, you don't water the plant, then instead of growing stronger, it dies. And or at the very least, if you don't give it enough, then it gets scrawny and has a very high, or might not be able to grow properly. It'll be stunted. And also, that kind of carries over to finances. If you don't properly manage your money, you're going to waste it, you're going to lose it, you're going to not have enough for the future emergencies, you're not going to be able to build up, and you're going to be more easily tricked by bad things, and you're not going to be able to deal with the bad times and thrive in the good times. So, something like the idea that what you are managing isn't enough to worry about, but whatever you have, whatever income you make, whatever you are responsible for, you should, figure out what can you handle and then manage that and learn to manage and learn to grow. And otherwise, you will never really be able to get that up and to a higher amount. And even if you did, you wouldn't be able to know how to properly manage that. A poor person suddenly winning the lottery, being a multimillionaire, usually goes broke. Like 70% of them go broke in just a few years because they don't know how to manage money. And if they did, they probably wouldn't be playing the lottery, which is why those statistics are a little bit higher than you would think. But because statistically, using the lottery or scratch-off tickets or most gambling is addictive and inefficient. Is inefficient at making money because for you, because unless you're the owner of that, unless you're the payout, they kind of expect to make a lot of money from it. Which, so at the very least, it would be entertainment, not profit. And second, it's, as I said, it's addictive, and addictive habits and addictive things that can easily cause you harm are something you want to avoid. To manage your finances properly can bring great wealth, great security, and the ability to help out your family, your close family, whatever you feel, whatever like organizations you care for, you can support, and you can actually be able to grow, improve, endure, and thrive. And without actually learning the skills to manage, you are not going to be able to do well. Even if you happen to luck into a great amount of money or some, fortune here, fortune there, run into the opportunities that come across you, you wouldn't be able to manage them. So hopefully this helps you guys, to encourage you guys that even if you have only a little bit, start with managing what you have and build up. And by laying down the foundation, that is the most important part, to be able to build a secure, and security is a very important thing, to build up the secure financial health, financial life, or whole life you want. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you'd like to hear more content like this, feel free to subscribe, and have a good day.